Hello again everybody, this is Amergan and you're very welcome back to the wonderful universe of Star Trek Fleet Command. So I say wonderful today guys with a bit of hesitancy because I have a bit of a heavy heart today because there's been an update and it's not really an update that I can say that I like. There's a lot of discontent out there I've noticed on the forums and different places, and it remains to be seen how this turns out, but it's not looking good on the surface. So we're going to take a little bit of a look at what that is all about. There's some more progress. Any of you guys that's watching any of my high-level base raiding videos will see that there's been some stuff going on my server with high-level players. That's kind of turned into a bit of chaos now as well, guys. I can't really say too much on it. Maybe at some point in the future I can get into what's going on, but there's a little bit of chaos at the minute, not directly related necessarily to today's update, but with the way the game has been going and the way that the development team have made changes to this game over the course of the last number of months and years. We've come to a point here that's at least very, very interesting to see how it turns out. So I'll get back to some of that in a wee while. I want to focus today on the update and look at what's going on. For me, it's pretty shitty that some of these things have been done, and it's set back some people's progress. Particularly in relation to mining here. We're looking at an envoy. I had a Kumari equipped. We'll come back to that in a moment. I'm looking at an envoy here. This is my medium strength envoy here. You see there, that's the lower strength one at 1500 per hour that's able to mine. And I changed to the medium strength one to 3. The higher strength one might be a little bit stronger than that, but out of my 3 envoys, you're talking an average there of 2 to 2.5 per hour in terms of mining titanium. That's more or less been halved. Now the conversations I've had about this, some people are saying it's not actually the mining rate that's been nerfed, it's the envoy that's been nerfed. Now I haven't tested that out, but given that most people are going to be using the envoy for a large period of their gameplay, it doesn't really matter if it's the mine or the ship. Getting that amount of titanium out of a node, it's woeful, terrible. So that combined with then upgrade costs to various ships, it's a bit shocking that they've done this at the same time. And generally speaking, 2.6 million there for that one module on that ship. That was 1.7 million. So you're talking about a 30% increase in titanium cost, while at the same time slashing by 50% the ability to mine titanium peacefully. So clearly the development team want the game to slip into some kind of out-and-out war situation where nobody's actually peacefully mining. You see that here with this faction ship, 6.5 million for that one piece. That's the lithium there, 3.2, you know, another 3.2. This is crazy, 3.2 again. This means that this ship, it's pointless even having a faction ship. They've made all of the other ships so much stronger now that why would you spend that resources on that ship? That has become a cosmetic ship now by the looks of things, unless they change things back. Those of you who are looking at the faction ships now and we're thinking, geez, I'd love to get one of them at some point in the future. My advice to you is, while the game is the way that it is, don't bother. There's no need for it now. If I was able to go back a couple of months, with all the resources I've spent on my Centurion, they would have went into this ship, given that they have improved the ability of this ship. You can see there, 131k, it was around 90k. That's a tier 3 Vahklas, and it's almost on a par with a tier 5 Kehra. That's almost tier 6. So a tier 3 ship, now they've nerfed the Kehra. The Kehra's been left behind now as well, so all the months that I've spent developing those 2 ships are just dead, gone, useless. Now the Kumari has been overpowered. Within an hour or two of the update, the development team then are coming out with an apology saying that they've made a mistake with this ship, and a lot of people thought that they got a really strong overpowered ship, and it actually turns out that they don't. That this is a mistake, this is a bug, that you can be sure they're going to fix this bug. Look at that there, it jumps up to 600k there. with that one armor node, and that would tally with what they're saying in terms of it being an armor bug. So we don't know how long this bug is going to be allowed to remain in the game. The advice is use this ship while you can, because they're going to take the strength away from this ship. So get out there and do all of those missions that require a high level ship, and do it while this ship has this strength. I wouldn't necessarily suggest upgrading it, but maybe do like I do and upgrade just the armor node to get that extra strength out of it. Now, having said that, we need to test to see if this ship is actually as strong as it looks. Some people are saying that the ship isn't as strong as that it doesn't reflect the 600k ship. Now, it looks okay, it's a fancy enough looking ship, but you know, we'll have to see how it performs in battle, which we're going to do that now in a wee second. It should be level 30 mobs in this system. There's a mission here that I hopefully can complete. Level 30 mission, and we'll give a nice wee haul of dilithium if so, but it really depends on if this ship can reflect its strength. So you can see I'm running very low on titanium there, guys. Already it's crazy what's happened here. I try to remain the optimist, try to remain positive, and I'll keep going with all of this, but we'll just have to wait and see. So here's the mission. 480k dilithium for 3 level 30 hostiles. So if there's a level 30 hostile in this system, we'll try to nab it and see how this 600k Kumari performs. Now, I'm not seeing level 30 here. Okay, we might have to go just for level 31. Let's do it. Said it was easy, so we might come out of this okay. And no. So the repair bill on that, 12k, not too bad for a 600k ship, guys. Not too bad at all. So this might be the go-to ship until they fix it. The big question will be, is the fix for this going to come before all the dozens of other fixes and all of the other bugs that's costing people progress and resources? For me, it will be a true reflection. If they leave us with these ships and fix some of the other bugs first, okay, they're granting the players a wee bit of grace and a wee bit of an opportunity there to, certainly the free-to-play players, an opportunity there to do something. Performed reasonably well, that ship there, but not as good as you would have anticipated. So the crew that I had in there wasn't a very strong crew, so we'll change that around. I need to use a bit of latinum there to repair that because it's so low. And I'd prefer not to be using these speed ups as well, but necessity dictates. So Kibish is there for titanium mining specific duties, so we'll toss out that envoy for a second and gather up another little bit of titanium while we mess about with the officer configuration in Dry Dock B and the Kumari. So with largely an enterprise crew there, guys, that ship is now at 626k. So that's a jump of about 20k just with that enterprise crew equipped. But I'm going to put in some of these battleship specific Nero crew guys and see what they do. Remember, some of the Nero crew will transfer to other ships because they don't have battleship specific abilities, but these guys do. Nothing too exciting from Arix. That looks okay. And that looks okay, so Javed looks like he could be an option there. In the captain's chair, he doesn't affect too much change. 623, marginally better than the Enterprise crew. Vimet has dropped it. We'll swap out Sulu now in a second with Kumak. So still not as strong as the Enterprise crew there. So what we'll do is we'll take back this miner and take Nero and the other guys that were sitting there and see how well that might improve things. Now I'm out here mining a bit of G3 as well, guys. From what I understand, the G3 has been made more available at the expense of the Tritanium. I know there's a lot of guys up to level 20, 21, 22 that find it difficult to get G3, but trust me on this, guys. I've played this game for a long time now. G3 has never been as easy to get as it is now. This game has never been so geared towards getting G3 as it is now. Tritanium, by the time you get to level 20, 21, especially you free-to-play guys, by the time you get to level 20, 21, which is easy enough done free-to-play, or at least it certainly was when I was doing it, it's not going to be G3 after, it's going to be Tritanium for these ship repairs and stuff. Now you see there that Nero crew is actually doing quite well, but just back to the idea of the G3 guys, it's the wrong way that this game has taken, the wrong direction this game has taken when it comes to that. By the time you hit mid-20s, these ridiculous prices on Tritanium, it basically means that you're going to have to go out raiding. They don't want people cooperating and working together in this game. They certainly don't want people mining in this game. So buy the resources or steal them from another player. And that looks like the way this is going. Dog eat dog, cutthroat. And our server, of course, as I alluded to earlier, might be suffering from this. But like, again, I'll try to be positive, see how it goes. There's always the possibility there's a silver lining to the cloud. Now that's sitting at 632k. I'm going to throw in to bring, that brings it up to 640. You can see that bug is still there where it's dropping down to 633, but we'll settle on that crew and we'll go out and see if this ship can perform. So like I say guys, if I wanted to feel valued like a player, they would have doubled the Tritanium availability and left the G3 alone. And for guys that hit that wall when you get to like level 20 in a game like this, if you want to go free to play, it's the Tritanium you want, not the G3. The G3 will come in your mid-20s, no problem. Like, let's see how this goes. Fingers crossed. So no, that didn't work either. So I'm going to have to go out and seek out a level 30. I'm gonna cut this video short now very soon, guys. You know my feelings on it. I'm gonna put up a wee bit of a poll, maybe let you guys vote on what your feelings are. Leave a comment below and feel free to express yourself. There's no right or wrong opinion on all of this here. I'm just happy to hear from guys. I want to thank everybody again who turned out for the live stream recently. I hit 100 subscribers. I'm well above that now. So a big thank you to all you guys that have been following this here, because it's the community in this game that has always brought me back to this game despite all of the various hiccups and changes. So I'm out for a while, guys. Appreciate you all watching. Give it a like and I will catch up with you guys again shortly. Cheers.